So first of all, if you're an audiophile or consider yourself to be one, go ahead and click off of this video right now because I'm probably gonna say something that pisses you off or at least irritates you a little bit. Now, for the rest of you who just came for some good entertainment and some layman information, I'm gonna give it to you right now. So this all started when I got the OneAudio Studio Pros in the house and I compared them to the Status OneAudio, I believe it was. Now, I did notice that immediately off the bat, they resemble the Audio Technica ATH series, blah, blah, blah. But I never had a monitoring set of headphones and I wanted something that was good for, just editing my videos and stuff like that. Something I could just keep at my desk. I love the style of these, so I decided to pick them up and see what they were all about. Still love them till this day. Love these freaking cushions. The style is great. The only complaint I had was that they were a little bit too loose as far as the articulation. So I opened them up, put some rubber bands inside and some tape to kind of stiffen them up a little bit. It worked out just fine. Still love these headphones. But a little bit later on in life, OneAudio decides to send me the Bluetooth version of those same headphones. But they did not include those super thick pads. Everything else pretty much remains the same, with the exception of the oval ear cups we have here. But once again, we still have this ATH-M40X and M50X profile we got here. So I said, you know what, JDL, you need to go on ahead and just press the button, man. You've been looking at these ATH-50MXs or MX50s, whatever they are, for ages. But then I realized they came out with the Bluetooth version. So I picked up the Bluetooth version of the MX50s. No, they're the M50Xs. That's what they are, M50Xs. So I picked these up and I said, man, these sound pretty good. But for $150 to $200, I don't know. So I decided, you know what, if this is the Bluetooth version, you gotta at least try out the wired version because people are gonna wanna know how do they sound compared to the wired version of the M50s. So I picked up the wired version of the M50s. And yeah, to me, they sound exactly the same. That's why I have all four of these headphones sitting here. You got the wired version and the Bluetooth version of the OneAudio Studio Pros, and then you have the ATH-M50X's Bluetooth and wired. So we're gonna go head to head, then overall winner and all this good stuff. So it's a headphone battle right here. So I don't like to compare Bluetooth headphones to wired headphones simply because wired headphones require an amp. And the amp is always gonna vary depending on what you have at home or what you got those headphones plugged into. So it's not even a fair competition. Whereas the Bluetooth headphones just come pre-packaged. What you get is what you get. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna start off with the Bluetooth version, since that's what my thing is. I love Bluetooth headphones. I'm not really a wired guy. So we're gonna start off with these Bluetooths right here, and I will tell you right off the top that these have got to go. All of these headphones make this Bluetooth set of headphones sound like garbage, man. They're muddy. I mean, they're not that bad to begin with. I mean, you saw the review. They're not that bad to begin with. They don't sound as good as the wired version. I know you shouldn't compare them, but seriously, when you put them head to head, there's a vast difference. And then when you compare them to the rest of the three, these sound like absolute garbage. I'm sorry. When you compare them, they sound pretty good by themselves, but when you compare them head to head, they sound like garbage. It's kind of like when you go into Best Buy and you see all those TVs up on the wall, and then you got one that just sticks out from the rest because it's not that great. But if you took that TV home and put it in your own living room, you're gonna be like, man, this is a good TV. So that's what these are right here. This is a good TV, but when you put it up to the rest of them, it's like, man, those other pictures are so much better. So we're just gonna take these out and put them right here because they just don't belong anymore. So now we have the Bluetooth King moving up the bracket. That is the Bluetooth King right now as far as this competition is concerned. So here we are. Now we have to move up somebody from the wired bracket. Now this is where it gets interesting. And now as far as the sound quality goes, I would have to say the M50X's sound a lot better as far as soundstage and clarity. You get a lot more from the mids, you get a lot more from the highs, and the sound is just, it's delicious. But they do lack in bass. Now, Audio Technica is not known for its pristine bass. It does have a great bass signature, but these are not bass head headphones. And y'all know I'm a true bass head. Now, for overall listening, I do think these are great headphones, but if you want to crank up that bass and just, rattle your eardrums, these, I don't even know if they can handle it because the three sources of music I tried these with, actually all three of them, I tested them with three sources of music. First from my phone, which is not very powerful at all. Then through my computer audio, and then through my Chromecast audio, which seems to be a pretty decently amplified audio source. I tried all three of these, and these could not handle the bass, and nor could these right here. So as far as bass goes, neither one of these can handle as much bass as these. So as far as bass goes, I would definitely prefer the OneAudio. They do have a lot more bass and they can handle a lot more bass. But when you talk about clarity, the ATH-M50X definitely take the cake, and the soundstage is a little bit wider. Now, as far as comfort goes and build quality, comfort to the OneAudio, build quality definitely to the Audio Technica. So which one do I choose? Oh man, this is tough right here. Well, for the money, so this is a $200 headphone. Well, I say about 180, right? Because this, they normally go for about 150 bucks, but because I got the gunmetal ones, it was an extra $20, I guess. So these are about 180 bucks right here. So for the bang for buck, I would have to go for the OneAudios, man. These are less than 50 bucks. I think they're about 40 actually. So I would have to go for these because you're not getting that much more out of these than you would get out of these. So in this particular competition, for competition's sake, best overall value, sound, quality, and everything else, I gotta put these away, man. I know some of y'all probably think I'm nuts, but I gotta put these away. So now, this is getting weird here. This is getting weird. So we got the OneAudio. I'm sorry, we got the Audio Technica Bluetooth. Let's put these right here. So we got the Audio Technica M50X Bluetooth versus the OneAudio. I'm sorry, it's OneAudio now. We got the OneAudio DJ Pros right here going head to head. Now these sound almost just like the wired version. I mean, it is so close, it's not even noticeable to someone who, with a regular ear, it's really not that noticeable at all. So if you compare sound with the wired version, then I would definitely pick these because it's the same scenario. You get more bass out of these, you get very good clarity. The soundstage is a little bit better here, but when you don't care about soundstage, this is the better overall value. So let me bring back the M50 wired version. So as far as the current winner, we're talking about the OneAudio DJ Pros. I know some of y'all thinking I'm crazy through this, but I'm gonna put them off to the side right here. Because as far as the M50X go, a lot of people say these headphones are kind of garbage. So I saw a lot of buzz about the M40X. So I went ahead and picked up the M40X, and I will tell you there is a huge difference between these headphones when it comes to build and style and everything else. So let's look at the wired version and compare it to the wired version. So you get a little bit more robust in your logo and your ear cup right here. This is the 40, this is the 50. In the headband, you get a little bit more substantial padding, and it just feels, I feel a little bit more weight here. This feels like a higher quality product than these. Now, these don't feel cheap at all. It's just that these feel more robust. Now, when it comes to ear cups, you still have the same ear cup design, which I'll show you right now. Still have the same ear cup design. I don't know what it is about the layout of these headphones, but these right here, the M50s, they just feel more comfortable. They surround your ears, whereas these, they just have this weird, uncomfortable feeling. I'm just not feeling it. Maybe you got to break in these pads or something. I'm not going to talk about replacing pads because that's just extra money you got to spend. I'm talking about right out of the box. These just feel more comfortable. I'm not sure what it is. It feels the same in the hand. Actually, it looks like the same ear cup, to be honest with you. I don't know what it is. These just feel better than these. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's the curvature of the headphone, who knows, but these just feel better. So with the M50s, you get 180 degrees swivel left to right or back to front. With the M40s, you only get, you get, I don't know, maybe an eighth of a turn, and then you get, a 90-degree angle there. So you miss out on that. Now here you can hear that clicking as you bend the yoke. I'm really not a fan of that, and it just kind of does it on its own. Now here you can still hear and feel the clicking. It's just not, it's just a more substantial type of click. It feels like a better quality or better built headphone right here. So here with the ear cup, you get 180 degrees on both sides here. Here I do believe you get the same because these can be used for DJ monitoring as well. But as far as build quality and design, that's about it. Now, I know I'm jumping around quite a bit, but I got to talk about these Bluetooth versions right here because this is kind of what, helped me start this whole video process. The one thing I don't like about what they've done with these Bluetooths, I mean, I believe they're great headphones, but I'm just not used to having all the power and volume controls on the left ear cup. I think they should have just followed the trend with everybody else and put it on the right. This is so awkward. Having your power switch, which I do love power switches, I just don't think this needs to be on the left ear cup. I think it needs to be on the right. Everything else I'm fine with. So let's put these back down, and now we'll talk about the real difference between these two. These two headphones, I'm not even going to pick a winner because they're designed for two different markets. These are supposed to be done at a flatter EQ signature, which, you know, is great for studio monitoring and voiceovers and stuff like that to get the true sound of, you know, whatever you needed to hear. These are tuned for music. Now, with that being said, you know, paper and specs and stuff like that, it says what it says. But in my listening experience and all three devices I listened on, these actually sound a little bit better due to the soundstage. I think these are a little bit sharper as far as, you know, the mids and the highs. And I feel like they have a better bass signature for some reason, even though these are a slightly bigger driver. Now for the overall listening experience, I think I gotta go with the M40s because I don't know, whether it's flat or not, it doesn't make a difference. It just feels like the music is more solid in these. Now these do have a more, it just feels like the soundstage is a little bit better in these, and that could be due to the ear cup and the comfort. But the soundstage seems like it's a little bit broader in these headphones, but these just sound better for overall music listening, even though these were designed for overall music listening and DJing and stuff like that. These were designed for mixing. So I can't really pick a winner, you know, between these two because they're designed for two different buyers. But I will tell you, if you want true audio, then I would say you probably want to go with the M40Xs. If you want to listen to music, my personal preference with my, you know, with the way my ears work, I would choose the M40s. As far as comfort, I gotta go with the M50s, man. These just feel better. And as far as build quality, gotta go with the M50s as well. But the ones I like the most out of all of them, as far as like, you know, bang for your buck and overall, I have to go with these OneAudio Studio Pros, man. So this has been kind of a crazy whirlwind of a headphone battle. Okay, so the OneAudio Bluetooth is out. We got the OneAudio DJ Pros as the winner. I would have to say, for listening purposes, second would be the Audio Technica M40s, and then these two are third runner up together in a tie. That's just the way I'm calling it right now. I don't care if you agree or disagree. This is my competition, man. And these are my rules. Either way, I hope you enjoyed the video, man. I had a lot of fun sampling these headphones. And I'm partially deaf now, probably. But I'm no expert in this kind of stuff. But I am digging all of these headphones. So something's got to give here. But I do think I'm going to end up sticking with my OneAudios because as far as value goes, I feel like I'm getting more value here for the significant. I mean, these headphones range between $110, maybe $120 more than what I'm paying here, and I'm getting almost the same thing. So I think I'd rather save my money and stay right here. But anyways, that's just my opinion. Now, before y'all get out of here, you go ahead and make sure you tap on that like button, smash that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all at the next one.